So it might be a taboo subject to talk about, but it's also one of the most common secrets among men over 40, with more than 30 million men affected by erectile dysfunction each year. And here to talk about the effects it has not only on men, but women too, Dustin and Stephanie Wolf. They're owners and operators of one of the largest anti-aging clinics in the country, the Nova Center in Los Angeles. They came up with a device they say that will help men. We're going to talk about this device, but first, welcome to the show. Thank you so much. You have that device right there. It's called the Rocket.
It's called the Rocket.
We'll talk about it in just a second, but you know, ED is a very serious thing that people are embarrassed to talk about, and it affects people's lifestyles, couples as well.
Absolutely. I mean, we get couples come into our clinic every single day, and you know, the woman is crying because she feels unattractive, or you know, that he no longer wants to be with her, and that's why they can't perform in the bedroom. And what she doesn't realize is that she's actually creating more anxiety for him in the bedroom. So, you know, on the market, really there's medications, but the more the medications they take, the more they don't work. And that's why Dustin and I decided to build the Rocket.
So you say, first of all, communication is key. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
Not at all. 50% of men over the age of 40 are going to experience erectile dysfunction. It's just a fact.
And they know they're experiencing it, but they don't want to have this conversation with their wives? Is that
they don't want to talk about it. Yeah, they come in, and generally I'll meet with them, or Stephanie will meet with them, and we try to have this open communication and let them know it's okay. Listen, this happens to lots of guys, right? And you know, the best thing you can do is talk about it. So they come in, we talk about it, and then ultimately, you know, if they decide to go through treatment, that's when we start treating them, and it changes their lives and really kind of reforms that bond, you know, that they lost over something like this. And it's really, you know, even in today's day and age, it's still, you know, something that guys are embarrassed or ashamed to talk about.
What is the Rocket? Talk about that. Talk about where you guys come up with this idea.
Okay. So it's actually low intensity shockwave therapy, which is just a sound wave, and it's most of what we do in the clinic. So we take a technology that's been around for 20-25 years. In Europe, it's widely used, it's very safe, and it's efficacious because it works. There's no downtime and there's no side effects,
so
unlike
people
drugs.
In Europe use this?
Yes.
Where?
Yes, in clinics. They go to the doctor to get it done. The challenge is that, and there are lots of clinics in the U.S. that do this now. In the last 5 years, it's kind of exploded, and you're going to see it a lot more. But the challenge is it's very expensive. So for a guy or a couple to come in and get this treatment done, it's anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000. Okay.
A visit, or
no, per series of treatments. It's usually 6 to 12 treatments, but you're talking up to 10 grand.
That's a lot of money.
That eliminates 99% of the population. So over the years of Stephanie and I doing this in the clinic, we've had to turn down 99% of the guys that call us because they simply can't afford to come into the clinic, or they're embarrassed. Okay. So the reason why we invented the Rocket is to take away the shame factor, so guys can use this in the comfort of their own home. Right? We've made it affordable, so it's a fraction of that cost, right? And we've made it accessible. So those are the three reasons why guys cannot or do not seek treatment, right? So affordability, accessibility, and the sheer embarrassment factor. Now guys can take the exact same technology and use the device in the comfort of their own home.
So how much does this device cost?
This device retails for $749, which is a fraction of the cost. But we're taking pre-orders right now for delivery in January at $399.
Is this FDA approved yet?
The device is FDA registered. The technology is not FDA approved, but it's FDA registered, and we're working on getting it cleared.
So you're both in the medical field. You're in the, what does that mean?
So I'm a physician assistant, and I see all the patients. So the patients come see me, I treat them. That's the other thing too, is these men come in here and then they realize that I'm the one that's going to be doing this treatment on them. And that's uncomfortable for a majority of them. And you know, Dustin works at the clinic as well, and he does a lot of our marketing calls, advertising. So you know, the first stop is Dustin. Dustin gets the phone call, he's talking to these men. They come into the clinic, and then that's when they meet me. And for the most part, they bring the wives in, and you know, I try to make them feel as comfortable as possible. But
So I saw that Eric Roberts, the Julia Roberts brother, right?
Yeah.
He's been calling this breakthrough technology, saying that this is sparking up his sex life.
Yes, it is. Yeah, no, it's the real deal.
Please tell me more.
No, it's the real deal. He's used the rocket, and he has nothing but good things to say about it. So, you know, we're super excited that he's getting amazing results, and, you know, we have about a 90% success rate. So there's some other health factors that might eliminate some guys from getting, you know, really good results, but for the most part, it has about a 90% success rate, and there's no side effects. That's the best part.
So for people who want more information, where can they find this?
They can go to getmyrocket.com. It's very simple, very easy to spell. So go to getmyrocket.com, and there's lots of information on there.
This is a serious issue, like we said at the top of this segment. More than 30 million men are affected by this.
Oh yeah, and it just gets worse as guys get older. So, you know, 40% of men in their 40s, 50% of men in their 50s, 60% of men in their 60s, and it just goes on and on and on. So, yeah, it's an amazing technology that, again, just has no side effects.
Dustin and Stephanie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
So Heather, it looks like we're going to be hearing more about this. This is interesting.
Well, I guess we don't need the demonstration. Leave that to your imagination.
Yeah, no
Go
demos.
visit Dustin and Stephanie. Okay. Thank you.